All right, and I'm on. Okay, let's check this out. Get things rolling. All right, I'm up. 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 You guys can hear me? Can you guys hear me? You guys can hear me? Can you guys hear me? You guys hear me? All right. All right. Who we got in the house right now? Who we got chiming in? We got two people in here. Who we got? Can you hear me, Audretta? Okay. I'm gonna wait until we'll go 10 minutes into this, and then I'll jump into it. Okay, I got it. You can hear me. I'll wait 10 minutes and then I'll jump into this to let some people fill up in here. What's up, Miss Cynthia? How you doing? We got Beverly Thompson in here. The usual cast, WLJ. Happy Friday to you too, brother. Guys, I am doing a live stream off of a brand new laptop. I don't know how to work it. I don't know how the sound sounds. I had to turn the sound down because it was whistling. So I don't know how it is. So just bear with me. And if anything's going on, just tell me. I'll try to figure this out. Because this is going to be a good live stream right here. Thank you so much, Miss Cynthia. She said, I'm a sister, sir. My bad. My bad. When I seen the capital WLJ, I thought the bold print, I thought it was a dude. Hey, man, we got 9 people in here. Please hit the like button. You know, it's funny. I'll be looking at on the camera. Like, I ain't never really been this close to the camera, not having the lighting that I usually have. And I noticed something funny. What's up, Luann? I noticed something funny. Because I lost weight and I wear my hat, right? My ears hang down because I noticed that in the video. I'm like, why nobody ever said my ears is hanging down? I don't know. I might rock it without the hat. What y'all think? Y'all think I should rock it without the hat? Y'all like cracking jokes though. How's Vegas, Luann? I know you're doing big things out there. As long as you come home and break bread with your boy, we be all right. Cynthia say I'm always looking fly. You too much. No, I don't. I'm sweating like a banshee right now. It's hot. It's humid out here in Memphis. And we got the heat on. I mean, I got the air on in here. Yeah, I'm gonna wait about 5 more minutes, guys, until some more people come in here because this is a funny live stream. I'm glad I thought about this while I was out here because I was thinking about some material I was gonna do as far as the live stream. This is gonna be a good one. You ain't gonna believe the people that I had stay with me when I had apartments. Crazy people. Roxanne said, take the hat off. My head looked like a missile. Ooh, that head. That's enough. That's enough. Roxanne said, take the hat off. I just did it. I ain't doing it again. Y'all look, oh, look who we got. Virgo Queen. Virgo Queen, you coming to the meet and greet tomorrow or what? Because I came down here to see, especially you. That's you who I came to see. I came to see you, DQ. Thank you, Roxanne. Roxanne say I'm handsome. I'll take whatever I can get at 50. I'll take whatever compliments I can get, whether they real or not. Are you gonna be there or not, Virgo Queen? I'm not starting with y'all. You gonna be there? I came down here. I spent $85,000 to come down here to Memphis to see you. Is you gonna be there or not? I got to know. You got to let the people's court know. The number one juror, are you gonna be at the meet and greet or not? I ain't starting with y'all. You gonna be there or not? That's all I want to know. Oh, she said, yeah, she gonna be there. Okay. If you there, BQ, I know it's gonna be okay. You gonna be packing that heat like you say you be packing that iron? I don't want nobody getting hurt. You can be bodyguard if you want. She said, yeah, she's gonna be packing the iron. She a mess. All right, we got like 3.5 minutes. I'm trying to stall this out and let some people get in here. But you know what, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I appreciate it. Y'all come every Friday to hear these stories. And you know what, everybody that's not here, that misses it, be like, oh, I wish I had seen it live. This ain't gonna be no different. We're gonna tear it up in here tonight. We're gonna tear it up in here tonight. I'm gonna do these 2 stories, right? Now, usually I just do the stories when I spill them out. She said I'm up the street from her. Okay. Usually when I do these stories, guys, I usually just tell them. You know what I mean? Whichever one is funny is funny. The first story I'm gonna tell is the male roommate. Now, the situation with this male roommate, we wound up getting physical at the end. And you know, like I talk about relationships and stuff, you see signs and you see flags and stuff like that. And sometimes we overlook them. I was just trying to help a brother out because I was new to Houston and I seen people didn't like him. What's up, Carolyn? Oh, we got Miss Ringall in the house, Carolina. Oh, I'm going to say Carolina. But anyway, I was just trying to help this guy out because I felt as though, you know, the people that were doing that to him, you know, I was black, he was black, I was trying to help him. I figured, but yeah, it was a big mistake. And they told me, hey, don't mess with this guy, but I didn't listen. But anyway, in about 2 minutes, we're going to jump into that. I'm going to do that story first. That story is funny. And it has a message at the end that I always, you know, I laugh and joke. I try to teach you something in what I'm saying. So we'll do the male one first. Now, the ladies, you'll like this male one, but the female one, all of y'all gonna like that one. So I'm gonna say that one for last. And what I tell you is 100% accurate and 100% true. You are not gonna believe the stuff this woman was doing. And some of this stuff is embarrassing, but we family, it's alive. I'm talking, this is how I am. You guys will see that tomorrow when you see me at the thing. I don't pull punches. I'm cool, down to earth, funny as hell. And I like just spreading joy, man. But this chick right here that in this second story, Lord have mercy. Y'all like that? Y'all remember the bunny story? This girl right here make that lady look like a Girl Scout. This woman was aggressive and just batshit crazy. And this is the first time I ever dealt with mental illness. I didn't even know what it was. It was a mess. But listen, y'all ready? Y'all ready to start? All right, let me get 10 likes, man. I need 4 more. Somebody hit the like button. I need 4 more likes for me to get started. We got 45 seconds. It's 17 people in here. Give me like 4 likes, man. Y'all got me begging for thumbs up. Come on, man. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit the thumbs up so we can start. Let's go. All right, we got 7. 3 more. Where we at? And I got the pinky out. You know how it is. Friday Night Live with the Mountain Dew. Hey, man. Check this out. I was hanging with a subscriber and her son was like, yo, you drink Mountain Dew? He was like, yo, in Memphis, you don't know about Mountain Dew. Stop saying yuck. Somebody said Mountain Dew. He was like, yo, we don't drink Mountain Dew out here. Black people, because Mountain Dew make your stuff shrink. I said, man, you crazy. And he argued me up and down over that. I'm like, where y'all be getting these stupid rumors from? Yeah, you drink the Mountain Dew, your stuff shrink. I'm like, come on, man. Come on. What, you like 17? Get out of my face. But anyway, all right, we got 10. likes. We're going to go. Y'all ready? Okay. Now, I ain't going to name names, but I'm going to do initials. All right. When I moved to Houston, this is the first story. This is about the male roommate. When I moved to Houston, I was homeless for a year and a half because I was studying what I was trying to do, learn the business and stuff. Now, I didn't have to be homeless. I left New Jersey on purpose to find myself. It sounds crazy, but find myself as far as what direction I want to go into. I knew what career I wanted to go into business-wise, and I said I want to put my back against the wall. And with me putting my back against the wall, I want to see what I'm really made of when tension and pressure is on me to see if I can propel me to great things. And it did with me learning how to do my business in over a year and being prosperous. So let's get that out the way. Now, I'm down here. I get on my feet. First thing I do is to get my first job, right? Now, I'm used to having a job my whole life. So when I come down here and I get my first job, I walk across the street. I'm happy as hell. I got an interview. I passed the interview. I ain't got to be homeless no more. I'm starting to make money. I have a sense of purpose again. Like I'm back in the rat race. You know, the workforce. As a man, you feel manly, all that stuff. I walk across the street and get another job as a waiter. So now I'm working 2 jobs. So I got these jobs. I start building up. I was renting a room. I was a homeless veteran, and I was in the homeless veteran program in Texas, in Houston. So I was renting a room for like $10 a month. So I wanted to hurry up and get out of there. Wound up getting my money up and getting me a place. I wound up renting a townhouse out of Craigslist. I don't know if y'all know about Craigslist, but Craigslist is skeevy. But I was desperate. So I wound up renting this townhouse from this lady, right? No credit check, no nothing. Heads Boz, what's up? And next thing you know, I got this 2-bedroom townhouse up and down. I don't know the areas was hood, was not. The street looked nice, but it was in a messed up area. I wound up getting this apartment, right? Now I got this townhouse. I'm productive. I'm working at this company, right? As I'm at this company, I'm there 5 or 6 years. Breon, what's up? So next thing you know, right? I'm working there about 5 or 6 months. Now, the job I was at, right? I was the only black guy there, and everybody else was of Mexican descent. Now, I got along with them. They got along with me. But one day at the job, they're like, yo, this guy named Jay, I'm going to call him Jay, wants to come back, and we got to hold a meeting. And I'm like, why you got to hold a meeting if you're hiring somebody? That was the first sign I should have knew something was wrong with the dude. Next thing you know, they hold a meeting. They're like, yo, show of hands. Who want to bring Jay back? And everybody was like, and I'm like, why they acting like that? Now, it's something I left out. When I first came to Houston, I didn't know it was a cultural difference between a lot of Hispanics and a lot of black folks. Like it was a clash sometimes, depending on where you're at, what part of the city you were in. I didn't know that. This is back in 2007, 2009. So when I got this job, and this is very important, guys, got to tell you this. When I got this job, right, I was supposed to go out on the road and be trained by somebody to do the job. Now, what the job was I was being trained to clean aquariums, like fish tanks in people's homes, but mansions, like rich folks' homes, right? So when I got there early and I was sitting in the break room, and this right here had hurt my heart. I came in there and they were like, guys would come in the morning, and it was like a little desk there that they would report with a lady sitting there, and the lady be like, hey, we got a new guy, you want to train him? So they would go look in there, and then they would come back and say no, and they'd leave. And I was like, what the hell is that about? What it was I was black. They didn't want to train me. And I thought that was messed up. So we got to the last guy who took me and wound up training me. So with that being said, I said, okay, this is a different type of situation down here in Houston with Hispanics and black folk. They must not get along. So once people got a feel for me, they seen I was all right. They was like, okay, he cool. So I got along with everybody. Now, 3 months into this, that's the reason why I had to say it in the beginning. So now when this other black guy come and they're doing this, I'm like, oh, they're doing it because he's black. That's what I'm thinking. I didn't know he worked there before, and all of them know him, and he was a total fuck up. He comes there. He's about 6'2", skinny build, wears glasses. He coming in there hugging, shaking hands. Everybody like, hey, acting with him. I'm like, yo, they acting fake. Why they acting like they happy? Anyway, make a long story short, this guy's working for about a month. Every time we go out, we go out in the morning. He goes with somebody and then they come back and complain, and then he goes to somebody else. I didn't know this because I didn't deal with him like that. He was just black and like I didn't know him. One day, and this is where it all went bad. They're talking, you know, we had cell phones and like they speak Spanish on the cell phones. I was being trained, so I wasn't the driver. So the driver is the technician. I'm just his helper. They're all talking on the cell phones all day in different trucks all across the city, and they're laughing and joking, but they keep saying his name, Jay. So I'm like, they must be talking about him. What's going on? They said, yo, he got evicted. And they're laughing. I'm like, why are you laughing that somebody got evicted? I don't know what it was about. I wound up coming back. It's a Friday night, pay night. He in there, he's stressing, he crying, acting weird. He's really melodramatic too. And he's asking for more money from the company. And all of a sudden they're like, look, we can't give you no more money. You know, you got your paycheck. That's all we can give you. So I said, what's going on, bro? Because I seen he was upset. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you know, the Mexican people are laughing at it. I'm like, I ain't feeling that. I'm like, yo, so me trying to look out for him. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Man, I got, you know, they always give you the, oh, I paid the rent, but they said I ain't paid the rent. You know that BS they be saying, man, Houston funny like that. I'm like, yeah, I'm seeing this funny too. Misery loves company. So I'm like, yo, I got this house, right? With me having this house, I'm like, yo, I'm paying like $1,200 a month. You know, I'm still trying to get on my feet. Hey, man, you can come stay with me because he seemed like a cool dude. Yo, come stay with me. All this other stuff and split the rent with me. I said one paycheck. I said, we'll split the rent. I said, one paycheck, I'll buy food. One paycheck, you buy food because we wasn't making that much money. But if we did it right, we could have lived comfortably and just got along. He like bet. Now, y'all pay it. This when it all started going crazy. I don't have a car. My trainer gives me a ride home. So now my trainer's like, yo, I'll give you a ride home. So he says, yo, I said, no, Jay is going with me. He going to start staying with me. So he like, yo, let me go to my apartment to get my stuff. I said, well, your apartment? He said, around the corner. So me and my trainer, Spanish dude, he driving. We go to his crib. When we go to his crib, he go in the house. He in there for like 10 minutes. And I'm like, damn, what is he doing? You know, I'm thinking like he got stuff that he can bring to the place. And, you know, he going to need us to help him get the stuff. Man, he came out with 2 trash bags and he's running. He's running to the car and stuff is flying up the trash bags. He's running and he's like this and he keeps looking back and he like, open the door, open the door. So we open the door. It was an Astro van. Remember the old Astro vans where the double doors open? I get out the car. I'm not paying attention. I open one door. He flies Superman style with these bags in his hand and flies in the thing. One of the bags rips, all the clothes come out and everything. And he like, I'm trying to pick the clothes up. I'm like, what's going on? He like, get in the car, drive. We drive off. What's up, Brian? So next thing you know, he's like, all you hear is, what did he say? What did he say? Yeah, it was a dog after me. I'm like, a dog? I ain't seen no dog. You know what I'm saying? What are you talking about, a dog? So next thing you know, we don't think nothing of it. Getting to the house, he see the crib. I'm from the East Coast. I say crib. He see the crib, and he like, man, it's nice. You know, and I ain't got much. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple of things, and you know, I just moved there a month before he got there. So I got food in the house, and so I'm like, yo, you can do anything you want. Just, you know, hey, what's up, kind lady? I'm like, yo, you can do anything you want. Just respect the house. You know, if you got a chick over here, tell me you got a chick. You know what I'm saying? Put food in the house. Don't just eat everything up. You know, the basic stuff you tell somebody. I said, yo, if you smoke weed or something, I don't want that around me, bro. I said, you could smoke it outside of the door. Living there, Hercules, what's up? So I'm like, you can smoke that outside of the door, but like away from the house because I don't want no problems. You know what I'm saying? He like, cool. Now, every Friday, now he drops his stuff off that Friday night. He like, on the weekend, I go over my mom's house in another part of the city, far across town. I'm like, cool, I had a house on the weekends. So he leaves, right? Now, this dude is with me for 3 months. So all of this stuff I'm telling you happened in a 3-month period. So the first night, he got there, he dropped his bags off, and he just left, caught the bus, and shot across town. I ain't see him. Sunday night, he usually comes in. He comes in the house and everything's cool. We sitting there watching TV. It's football season. We watching the games, all the stuff, right? And we getting along. During that week, this guy is crazy. Yo, he would go out and he would come back with all this food. Like, you know, like restaurant food. Cause he was with this manager that made a lot of money, and he didn't pack a lunch, and he always ate all these different restaurants, and he would treat whoever went with him. So they permanently put him with him because I guess they got along. So he would come back with all these like plates of food, and he would never share it. Not saying I wanted it, but he would come back and he would put it in the refrigerator, and he'd be like, "Yo, that's mine. Don't touch that. Don't this, don't that." Now during this first week, because I dealt with aquariums and I have a good reputation with a lot of people, right? An aquarium store, a fish store was closed, and they had a huge fish tank, a saltwater tank. The guy was like, "Yo, I like you. If you can get this out of here, and you got a truck that can take it, you can have the whole setup." It was coral, fish, everything. Man, me and my partner broke that down and got it to the house. The thing was like, my ceilings were about 8 feet tall, right? Normal ceiling height. This thing was easily 7 feet. Like it was a cube. It was like 3 feet by 3 feet by 3 feet. And then it sat on a high stand, and it was full of saltwater fish, coral. I had fans, and like the water it looked just like the ocean. All these lights, and it was breathtaking for it to be in this apartment. And like from the outside, even with the curtains closed, it looked like a UFO was in the house. That's how bright the lights were, at night. And people would drive by and look in the window like, "What the hell is that?" So I'm trying to just set the stage. Look how corny this dude is. You know how some people go to a job and they just work the 9 to 5, they don't learn anything, they're not trying to really invest themselves as a liable asset in the business and learn as much as they can and advance in the business. That's how I do when I go do things. Hey, what's up, Belinda? So I'm progressing in the company. This guy worked here before. He's supposed to know more than me. All of a sudden, this guy, as soon as he come home, he leaves the house. And it's like these projects down the street. So one day he leaves the house. So it's like I'm there by myself all the time. One day he leaves the house, and I'm looking for aluminum foil. So I open the pantry. It's a bag of weed in there like this. And then on top of that, it's like 2 bricks of hard white in there. And I'm like, now I'm mad. I'm like, yo, he can't afford that. He holding that for somebody. So I'm like, yo, when he come home, I'm going to go off. I say, "Hey, bro, what is this? What is this, man?" "Oh, man, somebody left that here." I said, "Man, didn't I tell you not to have this in the house?" So we have a little disagreement. He leave. "What's up, Krista?" And next thing you know, he like, he kind of like that. That's like it's testing the water. I let him know I was upset, and he broke the first rule, having drugs in the house. So he kind of like, "All right, man, all right." But I seen he didn't like how I talked to him. Now, this is all in the first month. That's the first thing he did. Second thing he did, well, that's the second thing he did. First thing he did, he would bring out like food in here and be like, "Yo, that's my food. Don't touch it." I ain't gonna eat your food anyway, bro. But every time we get a payday, especially when it's payday, and it was his time to kick out the money for rent, he would disappear. He would never come home. He would like get his check, run around the corner to check out his place, catch the bus, and shoot across town on the weekend. We get paid on Fridays and be with his people, and then he'd come back broke with an excuse. He never had a rent money. So now I'm buying all the food, I'm paying all the rent, and now he ain't hardly there except for Monday through Thursday, and he come in the house like nothing happened. So now I'm displeased with him, and I don't know how y'all are. If I don't like discomfort and awkwardness in the house when I'm with somebody, you know what I mean? It's one of them things where it's just messed up. I don't like that vibe. So I'm trying to keep it as casual. And I say, okay, this ain't going to work. And I'm going to have to tell this dude to leave. Right? Now watch this. This dude, out of the blue one day, he catches the bus, a late bus, right? All of a sudden, he come in the house with the bus driver. I see the bus driver, and she's a fat, you love what you love. This lady is like my 600-pound life big. Like the buttons on her shirt was popped. Like that's how big her breast was. She was big. So next thing you know, right? He bring in the house, and I'm sitting there on the couch, and I doubled I said, "Is that the bus driver?" in my head. So she comes in, and he like, "What's up?" And he like, "Yeah, go upstairs." She was going up the stairs. Word is born. Look, she went up the stairs. And like, we had a banner, like a half banister. So when you going up the stairs, only this part, look, she was waddling to where she was disappearing and reappearing every second step. She was like, this shit come back. This shit come back and be higher. This shit come back. And you could hear the steps. You know how hydraulics sound like on the 6'4" and shit? Like she was hitting all the switches going up the steps. I was like, what the hell? And I mean, she was huge. And he gonna do like Ving Rhames off Baby Boy. I looked at her and then I looked at him. You know, I always keep my hat low. I looked at her and I looked at him. Just him doing the Ving Rhames, going up the steps behind her. He holding her back. Like he's pushing her back up and he doing like this. Like he got the baddest chick going upstairs. Now, I'm going to show you how ignorant I am. I'm sitting on the couch. His bedroom right above where I'm at, and his bed is right there. I heard the bed go. He had the door open when he was talking to her. Your bed's so comfortable. I grabbed that chair, the couch, and I pushed it like a few feet back. And I looked over there. If that behemoth come through the floor, I don't want none of that landing on me. And I'm like, people like what they like. Yeah, you're right. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But I mean, with that, I'm blind. I ain't see nothing beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're right, Brian. I had to get out from under. Because if that get the rolling, oh, hell no. So he do what he do. She stay overnight. She come downstairs, right? This is all you heard. She came down like 5 o'clock. He like, you can't stay? She like, I gotta go back and I gotta change my uniform. I gotta be driving the bus. In fact, she left at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm sorry, guys, but the bus started at 5. She like, I gotta get back. He like, you coming back tonight? I was like, coming back tonight? You want more of that? So he sneaked back upstairs. She leave. I slept downstairs. I didn't sleep in the bedroom upstairs. I slept downstairs. I'm weird because from me being locked up, I was used to being in two slides, and I'll sleep on the couch before I sleep in bed. I don't know. I'm just weird like that. This is like midway through the 3 months that he's doing this now. So the lady comes. He brought her on a Sunday night. By Thursday, right, he's going off on the phone upstairs, and he's cussing, and he's going, and I'm like, yo, it's real annoying because I'm downstairs, and he's screaming at the top of his lungs like it's somebody in front of him. And he's stomping, and he's going back and forth. You motherfucker. And I hear, this is the only thing I heard. I thought you said you love me. I said, what the fuck, love me? What are you talking about? You know? And I'm like, love me? What the hell? This all you, yeah, I don't care. I don't care about BBW women. I like them. I mean, I like them. They got to have a shape, though. I mean, it's not. I mean, everybody like what they like. I mean, a woman with size don't matter. I married women with size. It's okay. But listen, I'm not putting together the bus driver, because when she left, I was asking him about it, and I didn't want to say nothing about her, you know, being big or anything, because people like what they like. I said, yo, man. I said, where you meet her at? That's the bus driver. Yeah, I pulled her off the bus. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she was looking at the kid. Bro, when he said that shit, I was like, yeah, she was old. She was like older, like with you know, the bus drivers be, they had just put a wig on and the wig just be like there. She had that kind of look. And I was like, okay. I said, so you love this girl, huh? Because I heard him say, I thought you said you love me. He was like, yeah, I think I love her. In 4 days? Yo, she must have had that super soaker. He must have been able to dive in it. What Trey Songz say? Dive in it. He must have literally did it. Ooh, that was like a saltwater pool. Anyway, let me stop being judgmental. I say, you love her in 4 days. So he like, yeah. And he looked at me like, you don't be loving girls in 4 days? I was like, okay. They patch up the beat. She come over there tonight. He throws a tantrum for this woman to come. I hear him upstairs, right? Because the washing machine was upstairs. And like, you know, they had the washing machine with the dryer over top. I go to get my stuff. I hear him in the room, the door crack. Where that thing I like, I swear to God, throw up came in the back of my throat. I was like, what thing? Like, because I only seen him with the Metro suit on. Bro, y'all ever seen Norbit? Remember the part where they were doing the role play and stuff, and Norbit came in there and she had that red lingerie thing on with the high boots, and her legs was all big and stuff. She came to the house with a trench coat on. I thought it was a trash bag because it was shiny. She came to the door, and she's so ghetto and crazy, right? I'm coming out the kitchen. He like, there she go. He's standing in the door. She busts in the door. She don't know I'm standing there. She like, ta-da! I said, that's a hell of a magic trick. Now make your ass disappear. I wanted to say that, but I didn't. Listen. She opened that joint like this. I saw that cake on. You know they say a muffin top? Turn the muffin upside down. And you know how the muffin part is? That's how it hung over. I could not see the bikini part of the drawers. Her stomach was over it. I mean, she was like 600-pound life big. He like, yo, chill. But he's like covering her up like I'm looking like he don't want me to see. Chill. I look like, I made that face like, what? Like, nigga, ain't nobody looking at it. She goes upstairs once again, hitting switches, riding in my 6'4", up the steps. Now, he real turned up because he seen that. Like, I ain't had no girl or nothing. I wasn't even thinking about that. I got to get on my feet. I hear him up there. Yeah, baby, yeah. Throw that there. Goofy stuff. He know I'm downstairs. And I'm like, yo, big as she is, if you slapped her on the ass and created a wave, you could just ride that for the next 20 minutes. So stop all that like you handling stuff. I know you hanging on for dear life. Right? Come downstairs. In an hour. Come downstairs. He brought her downstairs. She had on the lingerie stuff. Her hair, her wig, right, was off. He had it in her hand. She had a stocking cap on, like back in the old days, a stocking cap with a little knot on the. She coming down the steps. She like, whew, I got to get home. I got to cook. He's putting the wig on her. He don't know how to put the wig on. I've been married before, so men don't know how to put wigs on. You know how you had a little split right here on the wig, and like she had the wig that swooped down like this. So you got to fix the part right so the swoop would be right. He put the wig on sideways. The part was like this. The swoop was in her face. She like, you got the wig wrong. He saw I was looking and pushed her out the door. We had like a barred gate, right? She like, my wig. She wanted to do the wig, and he pushed her at the same time. Her face hit the gate like boom. The wig turned around backwards. The part was like right here. She went out. She had the thong on. Listen, cheeks for weeks. It was a mess. That shit looked like somebody filled up a rubber glove with Jello, the cubes, and just the little dinks and dunks. It was a mess. A sack of Santa's toys. I couldn't take it. Look, she left. He leaves. I don't know where he went. So next thing I know, he arguing with her. I come home, he crying. Now this is a 2-week thing, y'all. This is 2 tubs of cottage cheese. Some people like that. I ain't got nothing against it. It's just not for me. Listen. I come home one day, he called out of work. I come home, he's crying. But he's laying on the couch and he's crying. And I had one of them velvet looking couches. Like it was like, I forgot who gave it. It was pimp though. And I was like, yeah, I always wanted one of them. He's crying on it and he's wetting it up. He wet it so much that his tears was drying up. I guess the salt in his tears, it was like white streaks. I lose it. I thought he masturbated. I said, what, you nut on the damn thing? What is that? What is that? I thought it was cum runs and shit. I said, what, you got cum run? You nut on my shit? Now I'm losing it. Listen. I said, you nut on my shit? And I saw his face. He was like, it's not funny seeing somebody hurt. He was like, face was wet. I thought his mom died. I said, Jay, what happened? I get on one knee and I put my arm on him. Because sometimes when you have beef with people, if something really bothering them, you forget about the beef and you want to console. I'm like, yo, what happened? She left me, dog. I said, who? I'm not even thinking about the big chick. She said I was too demanding, like I was a child. That bitch got some nerve. What's wrong with her? In my head, I was like, yes, you do. She's right, because you do. You're weird. Something wrong with you. Anyway, for the next 3 weeks, now we're into the 3rd month, he got an attitude. He's very moody. And like, it's almost like, I'm like, in my head, like, I'm like, I might have to bust his ass. I'll ask him a question. He'll walk by me like he ain't hear me. He's slamming and moving stuff in the house. Now, all of a sudden, I don't know if he was codependent or he was one of them people where He was just weird. This is how weird he was. And this was the end. This was the end. Because I want to get to this second story. I come home, right? One day from work. My phone is ringing from the manager that has him in the car. Now, remember I said he going through this tough time with the girl. All of a sudden, he goes out on this tirade at the job and blacks out and threatens to kill a guy. Now, this guy, I've been around him. I've been around all types of dudes in prison. I know a tough guy. When I see him, I know a guy that put his hands on me. I know a guy that's bluffing. You learn how to read people. Listen, this guy right here that's with me is a bluffer. He's 6'2", skinny as a beanpole, got a lot of mouth, a deep voice. He thinks that scare people. I seen him do it before at the job. Get out of my face. You know, a grown man does not do his hands stiff like this and get in your face. That's knockout material. And your chin's up. Like, come on, a man not gonna let you get up. I give somebody 2 feet. You know what I'm saying? You get acting stupid with me, I'm gonna cock back and I'm gonna fire on you. I'm not gonna listen. I'm 170 pounds right now. I'm not gonna let nobody grab me and take me uptown. I've seen it enough in my life. I'm old. I'm not trying to land on my back and make that oof sound. You understand what I'm saying? I know my limitations. I hit hard, I will fire on you. That's it. And if you can take what I got the next 30 seconds, I deserve to get my ass beat. After that, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, he is just doing a lot of annoying stuff. So now he's talking crazy at the job, I guess, because the girl won't answer the phone and the guy was telling him not to answer. So he turns on the guy. So the guy goes back, drops him off, says, I don't want to work with you no more, and he drives off. Now he ain't eating lunch that day. Now he blames the guy that he's hungry because the guy dropped him off because he was acting like a douchebag to him. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Clint? So next thing you know, right? Yo, this dude, he threatens the people at the job. Now the people are like, hey, listen, talk to your boy and tell him he come in here tomorrow with that. We fire him. But see, he knows these people and I know them too. Watch this. I already know that the Hispanic people are already talking about him and getting rid of him. So I know he's getting fired tomorrow because they called me and got me involved. They said, tomorrow we're going to fire him. Do not say nothing. This and that. Now, normally I'd have been like, yo, let me talk to him because I don't believe anybody needs to get fired, you know, from a job, from a disagreement. Men argue. And I'm like, yo, hey, man, you know, let it go. You know, I'll talk to him. So they was like, okay, talk to him. So he come home. Now I'm trying to save his job. He come in the house. Man, he throw his hat down. I don't believe these niggas. I'm going to go in there tomorrow. I'm going to punch what's the name in the face. I say, hey, hold on. What's going on? Now, I don't tell him. I don't burn bridges and tell people other people told me stuff. So I say to him, I say, hey, what's going on? Talk to me. What's going on? And he telling me this lie, but I already know the truth, right? Next thing you know, right? What's up, John? Next thing you know, this all you hear. Yo, I was up there and he told some elaborate lie. I don't even remember what it was. I said, listen, stop. We're men. You need this job. You live here with me. And he paid rent one time before this. So we didn't get into them arguments of him not paying the rent because he paid that one time right before. So he says, I said, bro, let's keep it real, man. You need this job. I said, I need this job. I said, we the only blacks there. And I'm just feeding him BS, like trying to reason. I said, they fired you. I'm going to be the only black dude there, man. Come on, man. Which I didn't give a fuck. But I mean, I'm just trying to tell him. And then I'm like, yo, you know, they are going to, you know, I tried to hit him with that us versus them dynamic. So because he always a victim. So I tried to play the victim thing with him. I said, bro, we got to stick together. You needed a place to stay. I gave you a place to stay. I'm not throwing it in your face, but do me a solid and just be a better man and let that shit go. Go work with somebody else. Guess what this dude say? Hey, man, I don't know what I'm going to do. How I'm going to eat? I said, man, what's your money you got? I don't never have no money. I'm always broke. Keep in mind, guys, he ain't got no children. 30-something years on, ain't have no children. What he would do is he would go over his mom's house. He'd hang with his old friends from the neighborhood, drink and smoke, and then come back broke on Monday. That's what he was doing. So anyway, this is Thursday. No. This is a Tuesday. This happened. So I said, hey, man, you get fired. You can't stay here no more. Now, you better fucking think about your future and what you got. You know, I'm just telling you because, you know, I'm not trying to. I'll be damned if I'm paying rent and a grown man is in my house coming and going at his shoes. You know what I mean? I don't let my kids do that. And watch this. We go to the job the next day, and I want y'all to pay attention. This is something that y'all can learn from. Some of y'all have been through this, especially some of y'all men. I go in there the next day. I have never seen a black dude do this to me ever, or a black dude do this to another black dude. We go in there. He's so mad at me because I'm telling him, hey, calm the fuck down. Don't go in there and act stupid. I swear to God, bro, you messed this up. You're out of here, with the job. So I'm thinking they're going to keep his job. He come in there. When he come in there, he like, I hear you, I hear you. So we walking normally to the place. He start lagging behind me. I'm like, ain't nothing back there while you lagging. So I walk in the place and clock in. I start getting my equipment and loading my truck up. I hear him getting his equipment, but he's slamming stuff, moving. So they see his attitude. They call him in the back. When they call him in the back, I happen to be walking past him, and I heard him say, send him back here. I go and use the employee bathroom. The employee bathroom, I'm in the employee bathroom. See this door right here? The employee bathroom is here, right? Now, the employee bathroom be this closet. That door is the employee break room. They got him in the break room, so the door's open. I'm in the bathroom, the door closed. I can hear them talking to him. I ain't never seen nobody do this before. What kind of mentality is this? Check this out. They say, hey, man, we're going to let you go. You out of control, doing all this other stuff and this and that, right? Now, prior to this, I got into an argument with one of the managers and threatened to beat him up. But me and him made up because it was a misunderstanding on his part. And he did some foul stuff, but he respected me for talking to him like that. Me and him got real cool. He's the one that's firing this dude. And this happened a month before he got fired. This is what this dude said. You firing me? Why you ain't fire Steve when he grabbed you by your face and pushed your face back like trying to embarrass? You guys did just like this. We ain't talking about Steve. We talking about you. So you fired. The door is right there. You can go or we'll call the police. Y'all ain't fire Steve though. He kept saying my name. Like, why are you bringing me up and you the one in there? If you fire me, you got to fire Steve or I ain't going. I said, oh my God, I'm in that pen. Like, oh my God, this dude is crazy. Yo, I never seen a black dude do that. And like, him, the crying over the fat girl after 4 days. And I'm like, yo, this dude is bad shit crazy. So I go back outside. Now, as I go back outside, we have to line up in front of our trucks like soldiers. It's weird. And like they just inspect the truck and they let us leave. We lined up in the trucks side by side. We all lined up standing out there, right? He has to walk through us to go through the thing. So they're walking him out. He's walking. People laughing at him. He get up to me. I ain't even touching him or nothing. As he walk up to me, I'm just standing there and I got my head down because I don't want to make eye contact because it piss me off. He gonna do like this. Get off of me and look at me. I wasn't even touching you. You was like 3 feet away. Everybody was like, what the fuck? And I looked at him and he walked out the gate and he started laughing and dancing all stupid and shit. And we was like, what the? And everybody's like, get the fuck out. Teasing him and stuff. And he left. 10 o'clock in the morning. Now I'm like, I got all these bills. He got to get out. Next thing, what the hell is that? Next thing you know, yeah, he would have lost. Listen, all of a sudden, this all you hear. My phone ring, my cell phone. 10:30. I'm mad thinking like, yo, I got to put this guy out today. It's him. I say, hello? Yo, man. Yeah, he's a backstabber, Beverly. How'd I do? How'd you do? What you mean? This ain't no acting gig. Bro, you just lost your job. I told you what's going to happen. You lost your job. Me, I go home. Right? I get home. He not there. Now, this is on Tuesday. Wednesday come. Now, I'm like this. I don't want nobody in my house I don't know. So when I come home, I don't want a group full of men in my house just chilling and, you know what I mean, music playing. I'm older. I want to come home. I want to unwind. My house is my sanctuary. I'm offering to you. It can be your sanctuary too. Fair enough. We grown. That's what we do. You understand what I'm saying? Look at this mess. Remember I said he would go down to the projects. And remember I said there was drugs that time and he got him out of the house? I hear him in the back. We got a sliding glass panel. And I hear him in the back all the time, all of a sudden. So I don't talk to him like that. And I hear people talking back there, like Spanish people speaking Spanish, and they're playing like Spanish music. And he's back there with them. So I don't want to go and open the door like, who are these people? Because I already know it's going to be something to make me mad. He already proved that I can't trust him. He's stupid. So that's on a Wednesday. Now I'm like, okay, next Monday, rent is due. He not going to have it. And I'm going to say, get the fuck out. So I already had it planned. Look, listen, check it out, guys. I go and all of a sudden, there's him. He out there late at night. Now I'm trying to lay down at like 10 o'clock. They playing music. They blast it. I smell weed in the house. I go to the door. I open the door. I go out there. He got like 4 teenage Hispanic boys. They had to be like 15 through like 17. They was young. What he was doing was all of a sudden now he need friends because he ain't working. And while he claimed he looked for a job, he's smoking a weed and drinking a 40s. Like I ain't seen people drink 40s in a minute. He drinking the 40s and he like the OG. And he telling these fake war stories about how he was in the street. And they listen, they eating it up because, you know, he's a 30-something-year-old man. You got kids in my yard. So I go out there and I see that they kids. I'm like, yo, this is bad. This is real bad. You know, first of all, they Hispanic. That project is all Hispanic over there. You going over there buying, because you was buying weed from them. Now all of a sudden they cool. Listen, now I'm scared. I'm like, oh, this is going to be crazy. I said, hey, bro, what you doing with these kids, man? Hey, man, let them go, man. I gotta go to work. He's like, all right, man, all right. They leave. He leaves. I don't see him. Now, the next day, I think I told you this was Wednesday, because Tuesday, the shit happened, and this Wednesday, the kids came. It escalated so fast, guys. Thursday come. When Thursday come, I come home, the door open. He got like 16 Hispanic dudes in the house. One of them's probably like our age. I come in the house, they jumping rope, like, and one dude boxing and stuff in the thing. They putting fish food in my fish tank. I said, what the fuck? He like, yo, what's up? You want something to eat? Yo, they made tacos. The whole house smelled like cumin. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? He just throwing a party. So I go upstairs and I go in the bedroom. I never go in and I look out the window and I'm shaking. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna have to kill this dude. I said, he done took over the crib. This is lunacy. Later on at night, it was like two kids left. He in the backyard. It's 11:30. I'm hot. I go downstairs. I slide the door open. I go outside. I'm sitting there with him. Right? And I know how he is. I know he probably told him I was crazy or I was punk. He scared me. He done took the house. I know how he do. But I'm ready for war now. So I say, what's going on? Bro, we're sitting down there and he's drunk. He's nodding everything. So we're talking and I'm like, you know, we talking about music and whatever. And I'm like, yo, Houston, Texas. Because he's like, this is the dirty South. I said, it's not labeled the dirty South. Just a casual conversation. I said, Atlanta started that. Because I was in the music. I'm like, Ludacris, the dirty South is Georgia. That's where it came from. ATL, they call it the dirty South. Texas is not the dirty South. You just saying it because you heard that term before and it came out of Atlanta. Just something basic. This him. The little Mexican dudes is laughing. The teens, they're laughing. Because I guess the way I'm explaining it is funny. I'm like, bro, you saying it wrong. I see he drunk. I see, so I'm not coming at him like I normally would. This him. He jump up. They sitting on milk crates like winos back there. He kicked this thing. It is the dirty South. You don't want to mess with me. I'm from Southwest A-Leaf, Texas. I remember he kept saying that. I'm like, okay, so what? So he stands up. Now I'm already standing up. And he gets in my face, but he's stiff like he do at the job. I said, come on, man. And I put my hand up. When he's pushed my hands down, he changed the whole narrative. I immediately was like, hey, yo, I'm going to tell you something. But when I did that, I seen the Spanish boy reach for the 40. It's the 40. He grabbed the 40 like he about to hit me with the 40, and they start moving. Kids are so stupid nowadays. Like, they always be trying to act tough, but they creep slow and, like, let you see them moving slow. Like, you're stupid. Like, I see you. So I said, you know what, man? I'm going to go in the house. He's like, yeah, get your bitch ass in that. I don't like people talking to me like, he's like, get your bitch ass in the house. Motherfucker, this is my house. I run this. I called the cops. I'm keeping it real. I got a job. I ain't trying to be homeless no more. I ain't got to be a tough guy. I've been in prison. I know what this is about. He is not tough. I'll wait till he serve up and I'll tear his face off. That was my plan. So I call on the phone. He won't come in the house, but he got the door cracked. He's like, you pussy motherfucker. You at the job fronting for the Mexicans, like that, all kind of crazy stuff. I'm like, yo, so I said, yo, my roommate is irate. He's drunk. I want him to leave. I don't want him locked up. I always said it. I don't want him locked up. I just want him out of here. So they're like, all right, what is he doing? Is he threatening you? I'm like, yeah, he's threatening me. I'm like, you can hear him right now. They're like, all right, we're sending the unit. The cops come quick, but they come in through the back. See, sometimes cops don't knock on the front door. They'll sneak around if they know the neighborhood. Because I said we was in the patio. I hear the police radios getting turned down. And he back there just going off on me. You back there at the job sucking Mexican dick. He's saying all kind of crazy shit. And I'm like, all right, bro, all right. And I hear the scanners. I'm like, yo, you need to shut the fuck up right now. 3 cops come in the backyard. They just open the door. It was a tall white cop who was a young guy. He was real young, like 20-something years old. Yeah, in the Spanish neighborhood. And then the second guy that came through the door was an older Hispanic guy chewing gum. And then the last guy that came through the door, he looked like a tank. He was a thick ass, he like an NFL linebacker, thick ass neck Mexican dude. He came in there looking mean. He looked right at the guy, my roommate, and was staring at him. I mean, up on him. Because he was saying some racist shit. That's what this motherfucker said when he came in there. The cops came in there before they could say anything. He was like, all right, officer, I know you have control over my mind and body. I know you have control over my mind and body. You say something, I do it. What do you want me to do? Put my hands over my head? And they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? I said, listen. They said, what's going on? So they asked me because I was the only one sober. The kids had wound up leaving though. That's the thing. The kids wound up leaving. So me and him is out there. But the kids just left out the front door because when they left out the front door, I walked to the back, and that's when I heard the radios, and I was sitting up a little high. I seen the cops head about 5 feet away from the back gate. So we get the kids. I got the kids out just in time. All of a sudden, now me and him back there, and the cops come. He getting all crazy and acting like he's gonna do something, but he won't come close to me. The cops come in there, When they came in there, the cop was staring at him. I'm like, they about to get this dude the hucklebuck right in front of me. I'm like, oh man, I hope they don't beat on him. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna be in the awkward position. I'm like, I don't want him to beat on him. So the cop like, all right, you gotta leave. So he's like, all right, I'll leave. He winds up leaving. They're like, you want to take something out the house? So they send me in the house. I just sit there. He leaves. When he left, you know what this dude did? He wound up going out the back because they wouldn't let him go to the house. He wound up going to the back. This was like 11:45, 12 o'clock. From 12 o'clock at night to about 3 in the morning, nonstop, back to back. He kept calling my phone, leaving messages. I'll kill you, you black motherfucker. All this crazy stuff. I said, I just laid there and let the phone go off. It was vibrating. I let the phone go off, right? I said, tomorrow, I'm going to tear his ass out the frame. He come back home, right? I tell the guy that gives me a ride, my man, I said, yo, get me home. We're going to get done early. You're going to drop me off. You're going to clock me out at the job because, supervisor's going to be there in the end. I'm going to be waiting for his ass. He's like, I want to watch. I said, no, you don't watch. I said, you just let me off. He lets me off. I go home. I'm sitting in the house like this because he claimed he had a new job and he got off at 3. So I don't know if he got a new job or not, but I know he said he'd be getting home at 3 because he was getting home before me. So I'm sitting there. I'm waiting. I'm looking at TV. I'm hot, y'all. I'm waiting because I'm like, this is right up my alley. Now ain't nobody here. You act tough in front of. I will kill myself killing you. Trust me. You don't want it. Let's go. I'm hyped because the way he talked, I had an ego. The way he talked to me, I felt bad. It was too much for me to take. It was like getting sand kicked in my face. I had to do something. So I'm hyped. He come in there. This is when I was smoking Newport. Come in there. He like, and he sit down right next to me like nothing happened. He says, do you mind? That's what the fuck you say? You look at the cigarettes. I'm like, all right, I gave him a cigarette. Now you played yourself. So he smoked the cigarette. He go upstairs and stay. So I don't see him for the whole weekend. Now, Monday comes, right? And hold on. Monday came, and for some reason that whole week I didn't see him. We got paid that Friday. Now, I saw him Wednesday. I said, hey, you going to have the rent money, right? Yeah, I got you. Because I know he'd be trying to book. So everybody at the job, I said, hey, when he get paid, all y'all say, hey, make sure you got to pay Steve that rent money. What I didn't know was they were saying to him, like, yo, Steve gonna bust your ass if you don't get that rent money. They was teasing him. I ain't know. So next thing you know, right? Friday come. He said he had a new girlfriend. Now, I don't know. I'm hearing this through the people at the job. So I get home early. People say, hey, your boy just got his check. And he was like, F you, he ain't paying you. Right? And he moving out today. I said, moving out today? I said, he gonna pay me this money because he missed like 2 months of rent. He gonna pay me money. It's like $1,700. My friend said, yo, look how the stars lined up. He said, yo, I just seen your boy on the highway with a girl. He was driving a car. It had rims on it. And he had on new clothes. And he drove by giving me the finger. Tell Steve, F him, I ain't paying him. He don't know I'm at the house. So now I start moving the furniture out the way. And I got my plan like an inmate in prison again. I said, when he come through that door and he acts stupid, I'm going to flip him on his head. So now this is me. He come to the house. He see the door open. He know I'm there. So this is all you hear outside. No, Jay, no. no. He's like, fuck that. No, like he trying to scare me into like he gonna grab the stuff and leave without me saying something. Yo, fuck that, fuck that. So that stuff don't scare me. You know what I'm saying? He telling the girl he in the gang. I'm a blood. I'm this or whatever he said he was. He ain't in no gang. Yo, he come to the bar door. He opened the door and he look and he sees me, but he's shocked. And he's looking at me and he's seen I don't play at the job. So now he got to act tough because the girl's coming behind him. So as the girl's coming behind him, I don't know how many people's behind him. I just hear, Jay, no, Jay, fuck that. Oh, I'm gonna kill this nigga. I had a flashback of him out in the backyard the other day. I was like, this ain't happening no more, especially in front of some chick. I'm not going out like that. He came in the room. I swear to God, guys, he did just like this. He came in and he didn't know how to do the gang signs. He said, say homie. And then he busted the door. He saw me. He said, he went in the character. He was like, say homie. And he bit his lip and he looked around like we was outside, like we was witnesses. He was like, say homie. And he was like, I jumped up off that thing. I said, homie. And I smacked the shit. I came from the heavens, yo. Like, yo, rays of the sun was on my fucking hand. It was the vengeance of Michael the Angel's sword. It went across his face hard as fuck. Waka! So I hit him. And when I hit him, he fell. And he wears glasses. And he had cornrows at the time. Guys, I swear to God. When I hit him, I ain't got no glasses in there. I hit him so hard that when he fell, his face slid on the rug. And his glasses were turned sideways. He jumped up. And some of you guys seen this before. Where somebody get hit so hard, if you send a message, they're not going to want to fight. And they can't, like, they know they're supposed to put their hands up, but what happened is going on, and they're recalculating what happened in their head, and they're trying to, like, get out of it. He got up, and his glasses were sideways. He said, get off me. I didn't even touch him. And he got up, and he started walking with his arms out like this, and he was, like, walking, like, 2 steps, and he was going back and forth, but his glasses were sideways on his face, and he said, and I'm standing there. I just smacked him. I'm like, yo, this nigga's stupid. He says, you know what? I'm going to go get a knife. And he ran upstairs. When he ran upstairs, I looked out the window. The girl ran to the car. She looked back and seen me. I slammed the door and locked it. I said, now you can't leave. I got that off Bronx Tale. I said, now you can't leave. He comes down the steps, right? And he came down the steps. And he had his hands behind his back like this, and he threw the money at me, the rent money. Here, you want to take my money? Take it. And he said, here. And he sat there, and then he fixed his glass, and I guess he must have hit him, and he started crying. He said, man, why you want to do me like that, man? Why you smack me like that in front of the girl? Look how I did him like he was a child. I said, you know what? I grabbed the money. I counted it. The rest of the money, I threw it on the steps. I said, come here. Come sit down. He was like a little kid. He went and sat down because the milk crates that was in the back, he went and got them. He's sitting on the milk crates. I was sitting next to him like I was his dad. Like, you know why I fucked you up, right? Because I was disrespectful. A 30-year-old man. Yeah. I said, this motherfucker got mental problems. I said, listen, you can go, man. You can go. Take your money. I kept $200. I gave him the rest of his little $1,100. Hey, man, go. Don't come back. He got all this shit and packed it up, and he was walking. Remember the old Incredible Hulk back in the 80s? Some of y'all that's old enough. Remember at the end, he would walk away and he'd be playing that piano music like doom, 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 doom. He was going I thought about that shit. He was like, doom, doom, doom. Get the fuck out of here. I had no sympathy. That dude treated me with no respect. And that's the first story. This second story, I didn't know it was going to take an hour. This second story, we're going to be quick. Y'all get ready to laugh. This is the one I want to tell y'all. Are y'all ready? Y'all want to take a brief intermission. Yeah, I never seen him again after that. I don't know where I find these people. I was trying to do him a favor because he was black, I was black. I thought they was being racist against him. Boy, was I wrong. Listen, this next story, now we got some ladies in here. I'm going to try not to say the B word, but you know, in my head, this is how I felt and how I was thinking back in the day. So when I say this, I don't mean to be offensive. It's going to make the story funny because you need to know how I'm feeling. Okay. He moves out about 3 months later. I find out the house I was renting from this lady, she was never the landlord. Yeah, she was never the landlord. She was a manager of the properties, but like neighborhood watch. And a guy was in Nigeria he was a doctor and he bought the unit. and she knew he wasn't going to be back. So she put me in there and she was collecting all that money I was giving her. So one day some Nigerian man knocked on the door. He like, who are you? I said, what? Who am I? He's like, I'm calling the police. I said, get the fuck away from my door. And come to find out, it was his place, and they made me get up the same day. I lost the fish tank. I had to leave that. All I grabbed was my clothes and a couple of pieces of furniture, and I had to get kicked out. And she was nowhere to be found. I wish I could find her fat ass. I'd knock her head off right now. No love lost. If I could find her right now in Houston, I'm like, hey, remember me? From the heavens, she'd be on the ground. You know what I mean? Because when you're doing that, I don't see you as a woman no more. But anyway, listen. I wound up getting, I wound up staying with my the guy that I said give me a ride home, Cuban guy. I stayed with him. I feel like a burden. He like, you can stay as long as you want. My wife like you. My kids like you. You good people. I got to have my own stuff. Next thing you know, I started staying in a hotel, and I got an apartment. Let me say that because I saved my money. I got an apartment, right? I got an apartment, but it's not going to be ready for like 5 days. So I stay in a hotel. I had enough money. I saved my money. I stay in a Holiday Inn. Now I'm on the thing. I'm like laughing at him about girls and stuff. So now I'm like, yo, I got my place. I got a little money in the bank. Maybe I should start dating or meeting somebody because I can't room with no man no more. Now I'm not looking for a roommate now. I got money. I'm exhilarated. I got this monkey off my back. No pun intended. You know what I'm saying? I get on a social media app. You know me, Mr. Stupid Ass. Social media app. Some local shit. I link up with this girl. She's high yellow, or y'all call them red bone in the South. Got greenish blue eyes. I ain't never seen a black person with eyes like this. She looked like a genie. If you run the lamp, she'd come out. And I'm like, damn, she pretty. She contact me. Hey, handsome. See, I be falling for that bullshit. Hey, handsome. I'm like, oh, handsome, me. You know what it is. What's up, girl? She like, where you at? So we talking. We start laughing and joking. It's vibing on the phone. You know what I mean? I get along with people. People like, yo, you're a cool, safe dude. I like you. You know what I mean? I got to see you up close because she's funny. Bullshit. We talking for about a week. So she like, I'm in College Station. Now, some of y'all know College Station about an hour. That's where Texas A&M University is at. It's like an hour, 45 minutes away from Houston. So she like, yo, I'm in College Station. That's where I'm from. But I come down to Houston every once in a while, and she like, you in Houston, where you at? So I tell her where I'm at. I ain't got no whip, right? Now I feel funny about that. I ain't got no car neither. She like, yo, I'm coming down. So she like, I ain't got no car. I'm like, I ain't got no car neither right now. I said, but once I get this apartment next week, everything gonna be good. It's a Saturday night. She come, right? Now, where the Holiday Inn was, it was like a Holiday Inn extended stay. It was really nice. Where's that? We go and it's restaurants right there. So we have a nice time. We laugh and joke. I'm always paying for something. Nothing wrong with that. Chivalry ain't dead with me. The bullshit. Next thing you know, right? We go back to the place. Now let me describe this chick up close. She had a gap in her mouth, but it was a sexy gap. I don't know what it is. When women had a gap in their mouth, I like it. Now, unless it's real crazy, but a gap in your teeth, that shit's sexy on women, to me. Most women. So she got the green eyes and the gap. You know what I mean? She got that. You know how girls stand? See, I'm a hip and leg person. You know how girls stand in a picture where they do that buck stance, where they had the heels on and they be bow-legged and they legs be like that? Her legs were naturally like that. Her thighs, she had the donk. She had the bubble. It was a real bubble. And she had that stance when she's standing, like buck her hips to the side. Lord have mercy. That had me. You know what I mean? I was so stupid back then. That had me. And she knew how to work it because, that feature, I know people had talked about it a lot of times. So she would just stand a certain way. And she was kind of solid, right? She was in the military. She was in the army. That's another thing. She was in the army. So she one of them tough chicks, like, not dykish or nothing, but like, she girly, but like, you ain't going to do what you want to do with her. She real. I like that. You know what I mean? Anyway, listen. I'm giving up too much. Listen. Next thing you know, she come to the back to the hotel that night. It's the first night I met her. Now I ain't trying to sleep with her, but I want to, but I'm not. I'm trying to do things right. I'm down here in a new place. I'm trying to get away from my old habits in Jersey. You know how it is. So we wound up spooning. I'm laying up on that ass. I ain't gonna lie, man. She had the panties on. Jesus Christ. You know what it was. Look, I'm laying up on her. So we go to sleep, right? I should have knew this was something was wrong with her when she did this, guys. I don't know if she watched Boomerang with Eddie Murphy or what. I wakes up in the morning. She ain't there. I don't know how she got up without me knowing because I sleep light. I'm like, what the fuck? I started looking for my wallet. Did she rob me? All my stuff was there. She had the nerve to have a card, a folded card, like a Hallmark card, but it was folded in half like a house. She sprayed perfume on it and put a lipstick like she kissed it. When will I see you again? Call me. I said, what the fuck is that? What kind of shit is that? Who does that? I'm like, I ain't even hit. So I got mad. I'm like, yo, this motherfucker thinks she all that. Like, who the fuck? So I ain't calling her. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm like, yo, she got me effed up. I ain't calling her. Watch this. 2 days pass. She like, hey, what's up, stranger? Why you ain't call me? I'm like, something happened and I got a new phone. You know the bull. But now I'm happy she called, though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm happy she called. Yeah, some Fatal Attraction mess, Brian. So I'm happy she called. So I'm on the train. I don't know if y'all from Houston have been to Houston. They got this metro that run the length of downtown. I'm on the train. Right before I got on the phone with her, about a couple hours before, they like, yo, Steve, your apartment ready. You can come and do the thing, but it was in another part of town. I couldn't get over there until Friday. So I'm like, I'm still gonna come on Friday. I said, but the apartment's done. Said, all you gotta do is sign a lease and everything, right? Something happens Friday, and she like, yo, I'm coming down, right? So I said, listen, I need you to do me a favor. I said, because I asked him, I said, hey, can somebody sign a lease for me, right? Now I want y'all to pay attention. Can somebody sign this lease for me? Sign my name, and I'll be on the phone and vouch for them, and get the place because they closed on the weekend. I mean, they closed on Friday. The people that you signed the lease for, and I was supposed to take the keys. So I had to get this done by 4:30. An emergency happened around 12 o'clock, but we was gonna be there another 6 hours. So I couldn't make the thing. So I'll call her. I'm like, yo, listen, I need you to do me a favor. Go over here, do whatever, and sign the lease for me, and then I'll be there a little bit later. So when I explained it to the supervisor, they said, okay, go and do this job. When 4 o'clock come, we'll take you, because it was over there close to where my apartment was. They said, we'll do you a solid, we'll take you. And that was good of them. We'll take you about 4:30 to do it, because 4:30 is when they closed. So I said, okay, I'm zooming. We get done, it's 3:45, I hit traffic, I'm stuck. I'm like, where you at? She's like, I'm over here. So the guy called, he like, yo, this girl named Nikki is here. You know what I'm saying? So he like, that's her? So I'm like, yeah, watch the bullshit. He like, damn, bro, she look good, man. She got a body. I'm like, yeah, you know how I do. You know the dumbest how men be. Remember I told you men like when guys give them compliments or they see guys looking at something they got. We the weirdest creatures. I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what it is. Sign the lease, right? I come home. The key's right there. I'm like, bet. But it's only one key. I said, what the hell? Where the other key at? He didn't left out the door. So she's standing around, and I'm like, yo, because she said she had to go and take care of something. I said, well, what you doing? She was like, nothing. I said, well, you leaving, right? Or you staying tonight? Oh, I'm gonna stay. I'm not thinking nothing of it. All of a sudden, about 20 minutes later, I look at the lease. Her name is on the lease. She signed my name and her name on the lease. I said, so I'm calling the dude like, hey, yo, her name ain't supposed to be on the lease. You trust people. Who do you think you're going to put their name on the lease? Most apartment places wouldn't let them do that. You ain't fill out the app. How you getting on the lease? She get a nerve to put her name on there like she was my wife. We ain't even married. I don't even know this chick. I ain't know her last name like that. So watch this. Come to find out, she signed the lease and all stuff and said that I was doing. They didn't care. They just wanted the money because I gave them like 3 months rent. They just wanted the money and to get somebody in this unit. Now she on the lease. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I said, how? Nobody told you to do that? As I'm going back and forth with her, because we never talked about a relationship. I ain't had sex with her. It was just a date. I'm like, what the hell? And I'm thinking about the Jay situation. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? As we're talking, guys, I swear to God, you couldn't have wrote this in a movie. I knock come at the door like the police. Boom, 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 boom. I said, you ain't got nothing? She did just like this in the middle of us talking and walked away. I said, what the fuck is going on? This dude is at the door. This big ass dude, and he's light skinned like her. They get to arguing. And when I say they arguing, it's like almost fighting. He got a pickup truck with 5 trash bags in it. He threw the trash bags on the front part of the apartment, like, here, that's your man? I'm like, what the fuck? Now, I know they brother and sister because I can look at, you can tell the way she act. I'm like, damn, I seen his face. And he had the gap too. I was like, oh shit. So they both looking at me with the crazy eyes. That's your man? He said, she your problem now, family. And he drove off and she was throwing sticks and stuff at the car, driving away. I said, what the fuck just happened? I'm standing there and I'm like, what is this? That's why she forced herself on the lease, guys. She had nowhere else to go. And I still didn't get the mental illness that she was crazy, but boy, did I get the wake-up call. So now she's like, we're roommates. This goofy ass dancing Raggedy Ann and Andy puppet show shit. She would do that a lot. We were talking, she'd do this shit. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this bitch? I don't know what the problem is. Look, now the ass ain't fat no more. Now the gap don't look good because now she invading my space. She has no job, no money. Now I'm stuck with this woman that's acting like she's my wife. The people with the lease thing, oh, we can't change the lease. We can't change the lease. See, when you're in the poor areas and you're trying to get on your feet, people take advantage of you. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to speak about predatory lending and stuff like that. People, when you poor, that's why you want to get out of that dynamic. Learn what money is and how to use it. You know, and how to save it, because people will use you in any kind of way. And I was desperate just to even get ahead and get my life back in order like it was in Jersey. So anyway, that's the first part of it. That's just ain't the beginning of the story. Now we in the house. Now I'm like, okay, I'm thinking like a man. Well, we're going to be together for a year. Might as well fucking act like we in a relationship. You act like you're my wife. Fuck it. I'm doing like her. Let's act like we're a family. Let's act like a couple. Dumb shit. Listen, I was getting mad. Check it out. I hit it. I swear to God, bro. I swear to God. This motherfucker like a man in the bed. This motherfucker grabbed me by the throat. She was riding and grabbed me by the fucking throat. One time she choked me so bad my tongue came out. I was like this. I couldn't even nut. It was a mess. I was making the ugliest nut faces ever. And I'm like, that's why people like this choking shit, because it like make you go out. This motherfucker ride me with a fucking hand on my throat. Like she choked me so hard my tongue came out. I said, what the fuck? And like she would just do weird shit. You in the bed now. Just come out butt naked. You in the bed now. But she'd do like 3, 4, 5 times a week. Sometimes we fuck like every day. And I'm like, damn. But I learned something from me having the strokey dope. I started getting abs. And I'm dumb again. Now I don't even want to hit it no more. But I started getting abs from having a stroke game, you know what I mean? I'm hitting it. I started getting, you know what I mean? My shit was ripped. And she was like, that's what it do. It make your shit look right. Walk around with your shirt off. And then she would just be looking. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, damn, I'm turning into Adonis being a sex slave. Stupid shit. Stupid. I'm being honest with y'all. This is honest. I was dumb as hell. Now watch this. We always argued over stupid shit. This is why I knew the motherfucker was crazy. This her. I start going food shopping. She want to come. You don't never carry bags. Why the fuck you going? Now I'm like an old lady because the supermarket is down the way, and I got to get a shopping cart like an old lady. You know, ones with the 2 big wheels and the little wheels in the front. It's like a basket and it's tall, and you fold it in half and put it in the bus. I got that. I'm a grown ass man. I'm on a thing with that, and she's with me. Ain't doing no pulling of the cart or nothing. I go in there and shop. She would just stand there and just walk behind me and just look. And then like the more I was around her, the more retarded she became. Like she would sit there with her mouth open like this. And I'm like, what? I think she was on medication when I met her. I think she was on medication when I met her, and then she stopped taking it because it's like she started doing like stupider and stupider stuff. She said like, and like people would come up. You ever see a little kid, especially in the hood, and they're not used to seeing like certain people, And like you be talking to their parents and they be just staring at you like this and they be looking up and down. You can see they reading and processing you. She would do that to people. I'll be talking to be like, guys, she'd be like, This is weird shit. And the guy be like looking like, what the fuck wrong with this motherfucker? That kind of stuff. That's one of the things she did. Another thing she did was this. I didn't want to have sex with her no more. Right? One time she went and got a knife. And she said, you better get hard right the fuck now or I'll cut your fucking pickle off. She said, just like your fucking pickle. She said, you think I'm fucking playing? She grabbed that knife. The way she held that knife, bro, I know she knew she used that shit before. I am not lying. I was scared as hell. I said, this shit like rape. This shit like rape. She was like, get hard right now. You got 2 minutes. And she fucking hit the fucking thing on her phone. And I was looking at the thing. And she put it in my face like this. I was like, I don't see nothing. I was like, what the fuck? I said, can I go in the bathroom? You better do something. I run to the bathroom. I'm like, I left my cell phone out there. Now I got to get hard. I'm like, fuck. I'm biting my hand. I'm like, fuck. What the fuck? Why is this always happening to me? Now I got to do something. Oh, shit. Now, you know, men can't perform. We can't perform if my mind ain't right. I'm in there beating my dick like it owes me money. I'm like, like trying to get the shit to go up. I got half hard. You know what I mean? It was like a bridge. It was a mess. Listen, I go the fuck back out there. She sees it. I go out there. She doggy style. Pound town. And this is another thing. This is why I say she was like a dude. She would last like, I swear to God, like, you know, dudes come quick. She would come quick in like, no lie, about 40 seconds. It'd be over. Then she'd like, get off me. And she'd kick me. I'd be sitting there like, I ain't even nut. So I'm like, yeah, real, right, Brian, real pressure. I've never seen that. So we're 6 months into this thing and she's doing this crazy stuff. Now it's December. It's the Christmas party at my job. I ain't never went to one. So there you go. This year we're going to have musicians. It's at a hotel. It's real nice. Now this girl has a habit of doing loud outbursts for no reason. Right? So I'm like, yo, I got my Christmas party coming up. So I go, they said it's a black tie affair. So I go and rent a tuxedo and it's the night before Christmas. My boy Nick going to come pick me up. I don't know where she got money from. But I come in the house around 6 o'clock, 7:30, they're going to come pick me up. I go shower. I just got my hair cut and stuff. I got the black tie on. I got the tux. My body looking right. You know what I mean? I ain't had no stomach. I had the nice little V taper. You couldn't tell me shit. The shoes were shiny. Couldn't tell me nothing. Go to the party. As I'm going, she come downstairs. It was like, you know, like something a bridesmaid would wear, like a wedding dress type thing. Like, it was almost like something that you would hold flowers with, like a bridesmaid. It was like a one-piece dress with the little button in the back right here. It wasn't a dress that you would go to a party in. It was like more of a formal, and it was like that white wedding silk like type. She had white shoes. I'm like, what the fuck is you doing? I'm going to the party. We going to the party. I said, whoa. We ain't no couple. We're not going to the party. And what the fuck you got on? Where'd you get that from? You know, I asked questions. She got her mouth looking stupid. I'm like, you answer? Don't even answer. Just leave me alone. I go out the house. I want y'all to pay attention. I go out the house. We go to this hotel. I'm in the house. I'm talking to my friend Nick. I'm like, yo, man, I got this chick in the house. She's crazy. He's like, why you let her move in? Everybody said the same thing. Why you let her move in? I didn't have a choice. She put her name on the lease. Now, next thing you know, right? I leave. I come home around 11:30. I come in the house. She had mascara on. She didn't have it on when I left. She tore up a lot of the house. Like, you know, just basic stuff that you could just clean up, like papers and shit. And she's sitting there. And she looks at me and she got all this mascara coming down her face. Like, you know, like they show them brides crying and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? Her hair, she had her hair up in a bun. Her hair was unraveled. Like she was like grabbing her hair. And she's sitting there. She's like, and when I came in, I swear to God, bro, you know, when people get mad, they look bigger than they are. She was sitting on the stool at the table. And she had her back like a dude. I was scared to death. And I seen her face. And I seen her go, and I seen her arm like a dude. She was like, she was dry heaving like Jason. And I had to walk that way. I was like, hey. She had the lights on. I said, she probably got the knife. So I left the door kind of cracked because I'm fast. She ain't going to catch me. She turned around. She was like, where were you at? I said, where was I at? You heard what I said. Where was you at? She ain't had no knife or nothing in her hand. but she had like the salt and pepper shaker, like the one with the little chrome thing, and it was made out of glass. She said, "Where was you at?" I said, "I'm not gonna play this game with you. You know I was at the Christmas party." "No, you wasn't." I said, "I was there," and like he had this devil voice. "Motherfucker, I called and went up there. You ain't go up there." She just lying, but she's just trying to start. I said, "You know what? I ain't messing with you." Now, this is the thing. Remember I said the old apartment I had to leave and I had to get out of there quick. I left my furniture and everything. So I had an air mattress because what I tried to do was when we first moved in and I was mad, I tried to like make the place plain Jane and like just not starve her out, but like get her to be like, "Oh, he ain't about nothing. Let me leave. He's a bum." It never worked. It never worked. So I had an air mattress in the middle of the floor, right? And I had a TV stand with a TV on it. I mean, on purpose. You know, it never fazed her. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna lay down. Why did I you don't lay down on a woman that's mad at you? Guys, listen, it was about 12:30 at night. This was a Saturday night. One weekend out of the month, I work. So I had to come home and then get up at 6 o'clock and catch the bus on a Sunday morning to my job at 7 and go do my hospital route. Guys, listen, I said, "Man, I ain't messing with you. I'm going to bed. I don't want to deal with this tonight." I laid down and I'm laying there. I'm under the covers, right? Now, I didn't think she would hurt me or anything like that. She just pulled that knife thing one time. I'm laying there, right? And when I'm laying there, pay attention. I'm laying there. She kept saying, "You belong to me. She was like, "You my man." I'm like, "I'm not your fucking man." We would go through that all the time. I'm like, "Yo, I don't mess with you. You're not my girl." I'm laying down. I swear to God, I started feeling something hot and wet, like around my neck, like on a blanket, but it was like splashing on me. I'm like, "What the fuck is this?" And then I go to move and I feel an ankle. This motherfucking bitch stood over me, pulled her pants down, had the dress up, and just stood over me and peed on me like R. Kelly. Bro, I laid there and the piss was just landing on me. I was like, "This bitch is peeing on me." I said, "What the fuck?" And I'm laying there. I'm like, "I'm getting the fuck out of here." Yo, when I go to work in the morning, I have my work clothes folded up here. I wake up and I grab my clothes and I go upstairs. I shower, put my clothes on. I go right out the door. This motherfucker peed all over the cover. As soon as I felt that hot piss hit the back of my neck, I wait till she done. She was done because if motherfucker pee on you, they gonna kill you next. So I just stood there and took the piss. I had to get pissed on. I sat there. She peed on me. I swear to fucking God, bro, it was disgusting. She peed on me and then she jumped off. She was like, "You're my territory." And I said, "What the fuck?" I never said anything. I jumped up, pissy neck and everything. I grabbed my clothes. I was shaking. I was traumatized. I'd never seen that before. And we all go through it. I mean, I'm not embarrassed about it. I mean, I was older. The bitch was crazy. I grabbed my clothes and I walked upstairs, pissy back and everything, piss running off my ear. I made no expression on my face. I went upstairs. It didn't give her the expression she was feeling. I go upstairs. I shower. Now I'm starting to get upset and I'm almost about to cry because I'm like, yo, I can't hit her. I can't do anything. That's the thing with females. Females do things sometimes and you can't handle them the way you want to handle them, even though they know they're wrong and they need to be handled. So I got to eat that. You know what I mean? Shower. I put my clothes on. Guys, it was about 1 o'clock in the morning. This is how depressed I was and fed up. I got up, put my clothes on, my uniform, and I walk out the house. Now, it's dark where I'm at, so it's street lights, but only in the middle of the street. So I walked down the middle of the street. Now, it's a Saturday night, early in the morning. That's robbery territory, and I was in the hood. I got a uniform on. I'm walking with my backpack. No buses is running, so I had to walk like 5 miles. So I just want to contemplate and think, because I'm like, yo, I might not come back to this house. Guys, check this out. I get about 100 yards away from the house. I'm walking. This is all I hear. Like, you know when somebody barefoot? You know when somebody's barefoot and they're running on concrete and you can hear the bones and shit? And like you could tell somebody ain't got no clothes on. Boom, 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 boom. Now, when I came down the stairs, I looked in the shadows. I ain't see her. I went out the door and left. I got my book bag. I'm walking. As I'm walking, I hear this. And like, I mean, it's coming up on me fast. So I happened to look and turn and she swung the knife. When she swung, like a Michael Myers knife. Swung that shit. Whack. I said, what the fuck? My hat fell off. I grabbed my hat. I said, what the fuck is you doing? She said, get in the fucking house right now. I said, what? She said, get in the fucking house right now. I said, what the fuck you talking about? Get in the house, I'll scream right now. I happened to look at her. I said, what? Ah, he raping me. I looked at her. She was butt ass naked out there. She took her clothes off, grabbed the knife, and ran. She had a strategic, crazy person plan to come and get me back in the house. She ran out there, swung the knife, butt ass naked, and then screamed I was raping her. She did that scream rape shit, man. I swear to fucking God, man. I jumped up in the motherfucking air like Tom and Jerry. You know, your legs be moving and you don't go nowhere. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't know what way to do. I was sidestepping. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I ran back to the house and she screamed the whole time behind me. He tried to take my pussy. Ah, he raped me. Ah, ah. And she was going crazy. And I was trying to run in the dark spot so nobody seen it was me. I get in the fucking house. She did just like this when she got in the house. She dropped the knife and started laughing hard as hell like she couldn't breathe. She was like, I told you I would get you, this goofy bitch. What the fuck is this shit? What are you, the scales of justice? It was making me hot. I said, man, this bitch gonna kill me. This bitch crazy. I didn't even call out the next. Why am my voice cracking? I didn't call out the next day, yo. I didn't even call out the next day. I just laid in the bed. They called me like 2 o'clock. Yo, Steve, did you go do the job? I said, hell no, I didn't do the damn job. What happened? I'll tell you tomorrow. Shit. I couldn't lay in the bed because it was pissy. And that bitch must have drank like 10 beers. I don't drink beers. That pee stain was big as fuck. That shit looked like half of a 5 gallon. I say, who got that much pee in them? That's crazy piss. You know, crazy people pee. It be a lot of piss. It just comes out of nowhere. It's like they pull it out, the moisture out of the air and just pee it out. It was the end of the lease. Now, in between this time, we was having good times and bad times. And that was the most wildest thing she did. And then the last 6 months we kind of chilled because I tried to play coy with her like, hey, you know, we got to the end. She was like, where we moving next? I feel so bad about this, guys. I was like, yo, we moving over here to this place over here called such and such. I said, I'm thinking about marrying you. I said, I ain't never had a woman fight for me the way you fought for me. Really? I looked at that guy. She's like, really? Them eyes all stupid and shit. I'm like, yeah. Because I'm trying to out smarter. I said, this is what I need you to do. I got to work today. Go over there to the apartments, right? Sign a lease. I'm going to give you this money order. Well, I'm going to pay them the money because I'm going that way. And you go over there and you tell them you're my wife and do it like you did last time. She was like, that's what I'm talking about. She hugged me. I knew you loved me. That motherfucker went over there. I had told my boss what happened. That motherfucker went over there. 4 of the guys from the job, we watched her walking to get on the bus. When she got on the bus, we came in work trucks and took all my shit out the house. And it was my last day with the lease. And I'd already signed the paper without her. And I left her alone. I don't know what happened to her. She was crazy though. One time she was like, yo, let's go jogging. I'm like, jogging? She's like, I can run like 5 miles. I'm like, no, you can't. You know, I'm talking shit. No, you can't. You can't run. That motherfucker got out there and ran that shit. Thick as hell running that shit. Then she started saying army shit. See, I was running with her. I'm like, damn, I'm getting tired. I was smoking. I'm like, I'm getting tired. I'm like, I ain't let this motherfucker beat me. I'm running. I started getting tired. My mouth like hers. I'm like, oh, stupid. She like, come on, soldier. Because I was in the Air Force. She like, come on, soldier. Show me what. And then the bitch got behind me. I swear to God, we was on West Heimer Avenue. That's the avenue where I said the lady in the other story threw up on me when I was in the pickup truck. The one I took out to eat, she got drunk and threw up on me. We was on that road, West Heimer Street. And we was running. I had like a mile to go. I'm like, oh my God, I ain't gonna make it. She got behind me like, stop being a pussy. She got behind me. She was like, I was like, oh shit. I started doing that shit. I thought I was in basic again. That shit clicked me. I was like, oh shit. She was like, oh man, my life. I had a good life, y'all. For real, I had a good life, man. I could tell stories, man, that most people never believe. But I wound up doing her dirty like that. And I seen her one time after that. I probably seen her about a couple of years later. She act like nothing happened. She's like, hey Steve, how are you? Like She wasn't like, motherfucker, you made me go over there and look stupid. Them people ain't even know who I was. She forgot all about it. But I narrowly escaped that. And that story right there was the craziest thing I've seen her do. Like anybody do. Like, I mean, I've never dealt with psycho women like that. And come to find out, she did have some type of, she would talk to herself sometimes. She had some type of mental illness. And it sounds funny, the stuff she did. But like, when you in that situation, guys, it ain't nothing like that, man. I mean, I never knew what she would do. When she did that pissed off and pissed on shit, fuck. I'm like, who the fuck is you, Mr. Miyagi and shit? Piss on, piss off? The fuck out of here. Listen, I'm glad I escaped unscathed. You know what I mean? Little P on me ain't nothing. I mean, everybody plays the fool sometimes, and I played it more than once. But guys, listen. I gotta go get me something to eat. I don't know if any of you guys are in Memphis, but tomorrow we got the meet and greet. The meet and greet, if you want to take a pencil or rewind this, it's going to be at the Reservations Bistro in Cordova, Tennessee, which is next to Memphis. 8106 Cordova Drive, Cordova, Cordova, Tennessee, 38016. I'll be there between the times of 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock p.m. That's the time slot that they fitted me in, and we got to pay for time to be at this place. So hopefully you guys will show up. You've seen the live stream. We can laugh and talk about it. You can see me act it out in real life. But I do appreciate you guys. I'm glad you guys like these stories. But yeah, man, everybody played the fool, man. And there ain't nothing wrong with it when you honestly don't know somebody and shit go through. I mean, we all gonna get laughed at. That's what we need more in life, more laughter. But we need a teaching lesson with it too. She was on some type of medication because she wasn't acting like that in the beginning. She was a little brash and wild, but it was like a fun wild, not a wild. But guys, I gotta get me something to eat. Listen, this live stream is coming from Memphis, Tennessee, man. I have nothing but good things to say about the city and the people, man. I have no problems. But I'm gonna tell you something. I'm going to upload a video tomorrow about the Tyree Nichols situation. You know, I came out here for that, and I got footage of a lot of stuff that's going to be cool that y'all are going to like. You know, and I don't want to spill the beans, but tomorrow I'm going to premiere this in the morning. Guys, this is the one video that I've made out of all those videos about Tyree Nichols that you might want to see. And I don't want to spill the beans, but it's going to be a good video, and I hope you guys watch it. You know, I'll put the premiere at probably 9 o'clock in the morning. You guys can check it out and leave a comment. Tell me you was in a live stream and tell me what you think of this video I'm going to do tomorrow. But guys, you know I love you. I love you all, Virgo Queen. I'll see you tomorrow. No tongue. But listen, thank you guys for tuning in as always, man. I'll see you guys. Thank you so much. Now let me see how I can turn this thing off. Take care, guys.